Hi guys, JT here, and today I'm bringing you some information on 10 games in Fanatical's Platinum Collection bundle of July 2023 to help you in picking your 7 games. If you find this video helpful, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. Your support means everything. Anyway, let's get into this. At number 1 we have Soulstice, an action-focused 3D beat-em-up game that delivers Devil May Cry style gameplay in a dark fantasy setting. The game features combo-heavy combat and a captivating story. Set in a macabre world overrun by undead creatures, mutants, and revenants, Soulstice follows the story of 2 conjoined sisters, Briar and Lute, who are supernaturally powerful warriors created to counter the Wraith threat. Players must infiltrate the holy kingdom of Cades, eliminate the source of the incursion, and save the realm. The gameplay in Soulstice draws inspiration from games like DMC, Devil May Cry, and Darksiders. Players engage in combo-centric combat, switching between various weapons and executing special attacks. The game also introduces the field system, where Briar's melee attacks have no effect on certain enemies until Lute summons a magic paling that exposes them. Lute also serves as a support character, providing auto attacks and specific abilities during fights. However, Soulstice faces some challenges. While it has strong combat fundamentals and a dynamic support character system, Soulstice suffers from imprecise targeting, a complicated barrier system, and some lackluster animations and effects. The auto-targeting system is imprecise, requiring manual adjustments to point Briar to its targets. The barrier system adds complexity to combat and limits offensive capabilities. The game also suffers from occasional targeting confusion in crowded encounters. Despite these flaws, Soulstice's engrossing action and dark atmosphere make it a worthwhile experience for fans of the genre. At number 2 we have Tales of Iron, a 2D side-scrolling action RPG set in a feudal rat kingdom. You play as Prince Reggie, who becomes the king after his father's murder by frogs. The game's combat is challenging but manageable, with a variety of weapons and armor to craft and use. However, some boss fights can be frustrating due to the small arenas and imprecise hitboxes. The game also features exploration and platforming elements, with hidden areas to discover and secrets to uncover. The map system is also well designed, with a small image of each room on the castle's map, adding a nice touch to the overall design. However, the game's progression system can feel tedious at times, as you need to take on repetitive jobs to earn money to complete repairs on your castle. The platforming sections can also be tricky, as the jump mechanic is not as responsive as it could be. Despite these issues, Tales of Iron offers a fun and engaging experience, with charming characters and a well-crafted world. The game's art style is delightful, and the attention to detail in the environments and character designs is impressive. The game's combat and exploration elements are satisfying, and the variety of builds encourages experimentation. While the game has its flaws, it is still a solid choice for fans of action RPGs and platformers. At number 3 we have Garden Story, a cozy and sweet-natured RPG. The game stars Concord, a purple vineyard venturer on a quest to save an idyllic world from a gooey sentient rot. While combat in this Zelda-like action role-playing game can be hit and miss, the game's true charm lies in its heartfelt story and the opportunity to live and help 4 main villages. Garden Story is not focused solely on farming or decorating like Stardew Valley or Animal Crossing. Instead, it combines combat, puzzle solving, and quest completion. Players can progress through the story or take their time to build relationships with the villagers and contribute to the village's growth and prosperity. The game's presentation is visually appealing, with detailed environments and unique animations. The soundtrack adds to the immersive experience with its layers of fluty, folksy tunes. However, combat can feel fiddly, and the stamina bar initially hinders the flow of the action. Boss battles are challenging, but sometimes feel out of place within the game's overall tone. Despite its combat shortcomings, Garden Story offers a profound and engaging experience with its world building, character development, and attention to detail. It encourages players to take their time, appreciate the beauty of the world, and fight to protect the land and its inhabitants. At number 4 we have Floppy Knights, a tactics game that combines strategic gameplay with deck building mechanics. The game follows the story of Phoebe, who creates Floppy Knights, creatures summoned from floppy disks, to perform odd jobs and prove her talent for machines. These odd jobs quickly turn into turn-based battles on a grid, where players use cards to control their army of creatures. The game features a variety of missions with different objectives, such as murdering enemies, capturing specific squares, or stealing flags. Each mission offers a unique challenge and requires careful deck building to balance offense and mobility. Completing objectives rewards players with coins that can be used to purchase new cards from the in-game shop. Floppy Knights stands out with its diverse worlds and mechanics, introducing new elements like lava, enemy spawn portals, and fog of war. However, the game occasionally suffers from slowdown issues, which can be distracting. Overall, Floppy Knights is praised as one of the best tactics game in recent memory, comparable to titles like Fire Emblem and Into the Breach. The combination of tactics and deck building, along with the variety of gameplay and bonus levels, make it a compelling and rewarding experience. And number 5 we have Wall World, a roguelike game that combines mining, roguelike gameplay, and tower defense strategy. Players assume the role of a miner, exploring the treacherous depths of Wall World, collecting valuable treasures and upgrading their equipment to battle against waves of alien creatures. The game features procedurally generated biomes with diverse environments and challenges. As players delve deeper into the mines, they encounter various biomes, each presenting unique obstacles and resources. The game offers a wide range of enemies, including explosive jellyfish-like creatures, demonic spawners, and projectile-shooting tadpoles, making combat intense and strategic. Boss battles add an extra layer of challenge and excitement. Customization plays a significant role in the game, with players able to choose from a variety of weapons and upgrades to tailor their playstyle. The Robo-Spider, or mobile base, provides support and firepower, helping players survive the relentless enemy assault. Wall World's pixel art style and attention to detail create a visually captivating experience. The sound design, including the atmospheric score and well-crafted sound effects, adds to the immersion. While the game offers addictive gameplay and replay value, with each run presenting new strategies and challenges, it falls short in its endgame, and relies on luck to find essential items. Overall, Wall World is praised for its engaging gameplay loop, diverse upgrades, and striking visuals, despite its disappointing ending and occasional glitches. It offers a fulfilling and addictive experience for fans of roguelike games. And number 6 we have NecroBouncer, an isometric action roguelike game with an easy-to-learn gameplay experience, great soundtrack, and appealing aesthetics. Players control a necromancer who works as a bouncer, descending through different floors of a bar to eliminate rowdy patrons. The game features melee and ranged attacks, unique abilities based on the chosen necktie, and the ability to level up skills by murdering enemies. Boss battles require solving puzzles to make them vulnerable, adding an extra layer of challenge. As players progress, they unlock new items, rooms, and neckties that provide various starting powers. The game balances humor with its mechanics, offering small jokes and humorous relics that enhance the gameplay experience. However, the balance of randomly dropped relics feels off, with some being overpowered and others situational. Despite the lack of an intricate plot, NecroBouncer shines with its groovy synth and dance mix soundtrack, beautiful pixel art, and accessible mechanics that make it suitable for newcomers to the genre. The game constantly feels fresh and engaging as each run unlocks new content. Overall, NecroBouncer is a solid roguelike game that offers a smooth and enjoyable gameplay loop. And number 7 we have Severed Steel, a first-person action game that combines elements from various titles like Ghost Runner and Superhot. At first, the game may seem challenging, and the aesthetic a bit barren, but it quickly becomes an engaging and unique experience. Players control a mysterious protagonist on a vengeance quest, completing quests in bite-sized stages while facing heavily armed enemies. The game encourages momentum and chaining stunts, which make the character invulnerable, creating a feeling of being an unstoppable badass. The bullet time mechanic adds to the action-packed gameplay, and the game offers different difficulty levels to cater to various player preferences. Severed Steel features bright neon lights against dark backdrops, creating a bullet punk aesthetic that may not resonate with everyone. The rooms feel like mini arenas than realistic environments, which can make it challenging to feel immersed in the world or connected to the story. However, the focus on blasting through objectives and engaging in fast-paced combat compensates for this. The game also includes a level editor for players interested in creating their own levels. Despite the lack of a sense of weight in the character's movements, Severed Steel provides an enjoyable and cathartic experience. With destructible environments, frenetic action, over-the-top physics, and a relentless soundtrack, the game offers an appealing experience for fans of intense first-person adventures. And number 8 we have Escape the Backrooms, a thrilling horror game based around a popular creepypasta about the mysteries of the backrooms. The premise of the game is simple. You find yourself trapped in the backrooms, a strange and terrifying place that you need to escape. Along the way, you'll encounter many monsters and obstacles that you must overcome to survive and reach your goal. The game has a bit of a learning curve, especially in the first level, but once you get a hang of the controls, you'll find that it is quite fun. You'll need to find essential items that are scattered throughout the game, which adds an element of risk to the gameplay. One of the strengths of this game is the variety of maps. Each map is visually different and presents unique challenges. You'll need to adapt your strategies to each new challenge to stay alive. Additionally, the sound design is fantastic, with each monster having unique noises that you need to listen carefully to locate. You can have up to 4 players in a back room, running around, and you can communicate with your teammates using proximity voice chat. However, you need to be careful not to wander too far away, as the back rooms are confusing and you can easily get lost. Furthermore, if you make too much noise, the entities will hear you and come for you, adding another layer of tension to the game. It is highly recommended that you play with friends, as playing with random players can cause some frustration, especially those that tend to leave before completing levels. Overall, Escape the Backrooms is a great horror game, played solo or with friends, and it is perfect for newcomers to the genre as well as veterans. The game is tense and scary, but not so much that it will make you want to quit. So if you're a fan of horror games and like being scared while you play, this is a game for you. And number 9 we have Them's Fightin' Herds, a visually stunning and balanced fighting game that serves as a spiritual successor to a cancelled My Little Pony fighting game. Imagine the ponies trying to murder each other. The game ticks all the major boxes for fighting game fans, offering impressive visuals, a great story mode, deep mechanics, GGPO rollback netcode, and an in-depth training mode. The small roster of playable characters is seen as its biggest flaw, but the developer has managed to make each character unique and interesting. The game features a 4-button fighting system with light, medium, heavy, and magic attacks. Each character has a distinct playstyle and magic system that complements their abilities and adds depth to the gameplay. The magic system further defines the character's archetypes and is well integrated into their movesets. The story mode in Them's Fightin' Herds is praised for its innovative approach. It takes the form of a sprite-based retro-style RPG and offers an interesting and refreshing take on a fighting game campaign. The story follows the world of Fonem, a land ruled by hoofed mammals, and the selected champions tasked with finding a special key to protect their world. The game's online lobbies and salt mines add unique features to the traditional 2D fighting game experience. The online play benefits from the GGPO rollback netcode, providing a smooth experience, although the player base is quite small. Overall, Them's Fightin' Herds is an exceptionally polished game with great art, a clean UI, an excellent tutorial, and a fantastic soundtrack. Despite its small roster, the game offers a fun and diverse cast of characters. While it may not appeal to everyone due to its cutesy art style, those who overlook it will miss out on a great fighting game experience. And number 10 we have Plebby Quest: The Crusades, a medieval strategy game that aims to make the genre accessible. While it initially struggles with its unappealing art style and unnecessary minigames, it offers a decent strategy experience. In Plebby Quest, you assume the role of a Crusade-era leader, and your goal is to conquer cities, research new technologies, and engage in political and religious maneuvering. The game introduces interactions in areas typically avoided in grand strategy games, such as a match 3 game for acquiring research points. Battles resemble tower defense games, offering tactical options to make a difference. The strategic layer of the game is engaging, focusing on exploiting enemy weaknesses and capturing settlements. However, the reliance on mandatory minigames and prolonged sieges can hinder the experience. Despite its flaws, Plebby Quest manages to streamline the genre to some extent, and can be a suitable entry point for players who want to explore large-scale strategy with a simpler user interface. However, other grand strategy games, like Unity of Command, may provide a more focused and streamlined strategy experience. Despite its setbacks, Plebby Quest fulfills its goal of offering accessible medieval strategy gameplay for those who are intimidated by more complex titles. And that's all for this bundle. This month's Platinum Collection has an interesting mixture of some interesting games. Quite a few of them are new to the bundle scene, and if they appeal to you, why not give them a go? In any case, kindly show your support by liking and subscribing to the channel, and I look forward to connecting with you in the upcoming video.